Long ago, there was a small village that was invaded by a horrid monster that for some reason was a plant, but that never really was explained, and the people always remembered it as Photosynthesis! Trouble in Thailand.
Sir, shouldn't that thing be green? I thought plants were green. Why is it white?
Corporal, it should be that way. I don't even know why it's attacking us. It's an autotroph and makes its own food. It doesn't need to eat us. Besides, the chlorophyll A absorbs blue-violet light and red-orange light. It reflects green light, and chlorophyll B is almost the same, except it reflects green-yellow light and passes the energy it absorbs from blue and orange light and passes the energy to chlorophyll A. Good God! And the carotenoids absorb blue-green light and reflect yellow-orange light. It's not anything, it's just Alright, gentlemen. If you are going to kill this thing, you are going to do this right. First, you must understand what this photosynthesis really is. We'll start at the light reactions. These are the reactions that convert light energy into chemical energy. There are two photosystems, if you will. Simply put, they are a combination of antenna molecules, a reaction center, and a primary electron acceptor. The difference between photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 is the kind of light that they absorb. P680 for photosystem 2 and P700 for photosystem 1.
Boring!
Statazik. Anyway, to begin, H2O splits apart, giving 2 electrons to the reaction center of the photosystem 2. This gives energy for the process to start. Later, the oxygen atom combines with another one from another water molecule to make O2. It leaves the leaf through the stomata. That is what you breathe, gentlemen.
Ooh,
These now excited electrons go from the reaction center to the primary electron acceptors. Each primary acceptor is oxidized.
Big words!
Das Boot ungeheuer. As each acceptor is oxidized, it gives high-energy electrons to the first electron carrier in the electron transport chain.
Big words again?
Silencio, por favor. More of these very simple, not big word reactions that you can understand completely.
Yay.
Makes these electrons move along from one carrier to another one. You see, each carrier after another attracts the electrons even more than the one before it. Never mind. Any Haagen-Dazs, every time the electrons move down a carrier, some energy is lost from the electrons, which makes ATP, adenosine triphosphate.
Do you enjoy being killed?
Not particularly. After the electrons get to the bottom of the cascade, they replace the electrons in the reaction center of photosystem 1. The same thing happens again as it did in photosystem 2, except the electrons in the second cascade lose energy that goes into ATP and NADPH.
Yay, we're done.
Nope. A bit more. You see, not all the energy lost in the cascade goes to ATP. Some goes to actively transporting hydrogen ions across a membrane to the other side. In this case, the hydrogen goes across the thylakoid membrane. Then after that, you see, it must be understood that, of course,
What?
from the stroma into the
I don't get it still.
the thylakoid compartment. There is a protein complex called the ATP synthase. This is where the hydrogen ions diffuse back into the thylakoid. When they go through, a concentration gradient is made. The energy of it allows ADP to be phosphorylated into ATP. Energy?
Still not getting it.
Forget it. Just forget it. Alright, men. This thing is out to get us. And you need to know how to take it down.
Hoorah!
I know Professor Pumpernickel Humperdinck was boring as possums playing with chicken wire, but this is a man's manly army, am I right?
Hoorah!
Now would everyone please turn to page 76. Some structure real quick for you amateurs.
That's quite right.
Inside this lumbering beastly beast are leaves. Normally, they are on the outside of plants on branches or other nonsense, but this nuisance we are dealing with decides to be unique. These leaves have pores on them called stomata. This is where the magical air you breathe exits.
Scintillating.
Inside the leaf are cells called mesophyll. Inside these are many, many chloroplasts. Inside those is a liquid called stroma and membranous sacs called thylakoids. They are in stacks of what looks like pancakes called a granum.
Yummy.
Not for eating, Private.
Aw.
You all get it.
Hoorah!
Let's go eat some autotroph.
Wog!
Hoorah! Sir, nothing is taking this thing down.
With all due respect, Corporal, shut up.
But sir, we aren't scratching the thing.
Launch the tactical nuke.
But sir, you need 25 kills for that.
Private, I'm uber elite.
Sir, it did nothing.
Wait, I have an idea.
What just happened, sir?
I overloaded it with ultraviolet rays. Now it's gone.
What's that it left behind?
Insert educational experience here.
That's glucose the beast made from the Calvin cycle.
Gee whiz, what's that?
Plain and simple, 3 CO2 molecules go into reaction with something called RUBP. 3 molecules of an organic acid result called PGA.
Simplicity, yay!
The PGA goes through some chemical reactions, receiving energy from ATP and oxidizing NADPH. It becomes 6 molecules of a molecule called G3P. One of these leaves the cycle to help make glucose later on. Eventually, the rest of the G3P receives more energy from ATP and becomes 3 molecules of RUBP. The cycle keeps continuing to make more glucose.
Yay!